alive. Good. I'm alive. Now I wonder why it's not live here. Oh, I see it on the side here. Huh. Lynn, how are you? Are you new? Do I know you yet? Matthew. You can call me Matthew, Lynn. Mr. Lesko sounds like my father, and he's been dead for a long time. I hope to outlive him. But what can I help you with, Lynn? What are you trying to do? Tell me something, Lynn. How do I find land in PA for grant realtors will not get back to me? Where in PA? I'm from Wilkes-Barre, PA. Where in PA is this? Lynn, we're in Pennsylvania. So you're trying to buy land? Is that what it is? Yes, you know me. I know you? You mean from Wilkes-Barre? I know you? Yeah, well, see, realtors, I mean, if, let's see, from Houston, oh, Lynn, I know, Florida grants, okay, ooh, Allentown, oh, Lynn. Do I know you, Lynn? Is that, or you were teasing? No, I don't know you. Okay, if you're trying to buy land, send me I have a whole bunch of sources for grants and money for land. And this is, I think this is a good investment going rural nowadays. I mean, you see, people are flocking out of New York and looking for, bigger houses and bigger land. And, they could do that work from Allentown in Wilkes-Barre. So that, and also all of the government programs for any kind of real estate. And is this to live in, Lynn, or is something you're looking at an investor? Did you want to invest in this, or do you want to live in it? Hi, Lynn. Let me know. Lynn, can you answer that, or does it take too long to do that? ATV grant. What's an ATV grant? I don't know what that is. Washington, D.C. Oh, Linda Brown, hi. An ATV grant is some money from Washington, from PA. I have no idea what does ATV mean. So in other words, you want to get an ATV, so is that a state kind of grant money? I mean, it's a big world out there. Is that a grant money on the state? And nobody will call you back? How about the people who give out? Okay, oh, it's from Grant, from Pennsylvania. Have you talked to the people who give out the grant money? Lynn, in other words, go to that office and contact them to find out about what you need to know to apply for that. Don't go to a realtor because, see, they're not going to get money if you get money somewhere else. Everybody makes money in the system by getting a piece of it. So go to the people who give out that money on the ATV and see if you can talk to them. And if you cannot, they won't talk to you, then call your elected official. If you have any of those questions, I'll send you the links. It's just hard to do here because I have to copy them somewhere else and put it in. I'll lose everything if I do that. So, send me what do you call it, a discussion with those questions. You want to know how to find your elected official for that, and also you want, I'll send you the report on other sources of money besides that. But if you have a good one, and that means it, that's good enough. So you want to call the horse's mouth. You always want to go to the people giving out the money. You go into agents and middlemen. If they send you there, then you're stuck. But go to the horse's mouth, because the people in the middle, all they're doing is working on a commission. You know, land and real estate, Wisconsin. Oh, good. Okay, Lynn. So you start a discussion, and tell me the things you want is the extra reports on real estate and for rural land and for finding your elected official. So that's three things: real estate, rural land, and elected official. Now let's see who else we got here. Okay, so that's Lynn. Julie's from Houston. Hi. Florida grants. Ronald Ash, Florida grants. Okay, that I know it's. If you go to units, the first units. See, I know it's a question that makes sense to you, but after studying this for 40 years, it's a simple question, but a very, very complicated answer, because this stuff is built like it's been built. All the grants and all the information is something that has been building for 40 or 50 years in this country. So it's not organized to be all in one place. It's a bucket of worms or spaghetti or whatever that you have to start learning. Now, what I did, one thing I have in the units, if you go to units and there's something in there that gives you 35 little videos that tells you the kinds of help that's available. So take you step by step, and they're only a minute or two through that. So you don't have to worry about spending an afternoon learning about 35 videos. It'll probably take you 30 minutes to do that. And a lot of them you don't want. Maybe you don't want to know about child care money or something like that. So you would skip over those. But that's a way to find out, and it tells you where the offices in your state are probably where they are for that money. So that's where I would start. So the other thing I think that's very important now, and I'll send you a list on sources. Start a discussion and say, let's go, send me the emergency and extra income report. I have a report that shows you how to get emergency money and extra income, I'll send you that. It's a lot of sources, but it also teaches you how to find the stuff where you live. See, a lot of things are there's just not one place. I mean, it's a very complicated system, and you ask simple questions, but the answers, man, are so damn complicated. So that's why. So that's what I would do, because that's what you want, for anything. Now, also you want to know is that the pandemic unemployment. Now, this almost everybody is eligible for this. I mean, it varies by state, but even if you're working part-time, as long as your hours were cut back, you still may be eligible for the pandemic unemployment. And I'll send you a list. I mean, you could go to Google and put in your state, apply pandemic unemployment, and probably get it. But if you do a discussion, I'll send you the links and show you how to get it, and describes that, because now it's not, you won't even have to have a job to get this unemployment. There's just so many ways, but they're still complicated. You got to figure it out, whatever, and that's what's that. So that's what you want to do. Look at the unemployment, pandemic unemployment, and the same for you, Ronald, in Florida. Anybody wants to get started, where is the stuff? I'll send you the thing about the report on emergency cash and extra income, and all that's in there. And now the other thing, I just did a video. It's in Facebook. It may be hard for you to find, but that shows you how to Google. See, right now, all across America, they're starting new COVID programs. It depends, it's separate where you live, and this money, the COVID money, goes quickly. It comes out and people apply for it. It's only X amount of dollars. Maybe they got $25 million or something like that. Well, that could go in a week or two and be gone, and so it won't be replenished. So you have to be quick, and that's why I'll send you a report on how to find that in Google, and also how to set up an alert system so that Google will send you a notice when a new COVID grant program happens in your state. That's almost what you have to do nowadays, because people are so many people are struggling, and it's very hard to. I mean, I could show you the existing things, and that will be in that report I send you. There's 4 or 5 local offices you want to check if you're hurting for money, and that's your local HUD counselor, financial counselor for HUD. You want to check with your local community action agency. They have counselors and people and one-on-one help to help you with any kind of financial problems. Both of those things there too. So if you're in debt or anything like that, that's where you want to start. And also your elected official, and I forget what the heck the other one. I'm getting old. They're going to take me out in the backyard and shoot me like an old horse one of these days. But Lynn, same to you. That these, just send me a discussion. Start a new discussion. See, when you start a new discussion, I see that and answer it. When you answer somebody else's discussion, I may or may not see it. And that's hard. It gets very complicated, and as we get bigger, I got to figure this out more. It gets a little, confusing, and so that's why the best way to get me, if you don't get your answer within 2 days, then you start a new discussion, because this old fart screwed up. So you want to do that. So anybody wants to get started, what's your local grants? And I've been in touch with you a long time. Oh, Lynn. Oh, yeah. Man. And you're in Allentown. Yeah, my wife took a course up there, and I was up there for a while, a day or two. It was a nice little downtown, sort of urbanish. I live in Washington. Ronald, Southern Florida doesn't have many grants, COVID businesses. Well, there's lots of COVID business grants. They're all over. There may be some there, may not be. It's sort of like, okay, I went to that bar last night and I couldn't find a date, so I guess there's no dates for me. That's not true in life. Life is how much are you willing to do when it's not in the obvious places, and that usually happens 90% of the time. I mean, you get it in the obvious places and the easy places. There's a certain percentage, but not everybody's going to get it there. And still, there's no guarantee you're going to get it anyway, no matter how much you put in. And that's just the name of life. Unfortunately, I'm old enough to realize that. I didn't think that, of course, younger. But the important thing is that you try it. I mean, that is, and I hate saying that because you think I'm saying that so you stay as a member longer. No, I don't want you to be anywhere you don't want to be. So at any time, if you feel that this is not for you or whatever, the money is completely wasted, I'll give you your money back. That I'm not here for that. I want to charge because that's how I feel. If what I'm doing is of value to people, if it's not a value to people, I'm not going to do. I'm going to do something else. I mean, we're not here to make love to ourselves. We're here to make love to other people. and that's the joy in life. So if this isn't helpful enough for people to spend $20, I want to. That's what I like about capitalism. It shows you your value. And I'll have to find another way to get this information out. So that's the places so if you do a discussion with, just do a new discussion and say, let's go, I saw you last night and I need help finding grants. And what I'm going to send you is that report on in emergency cash and extra income. I'm also going to send you a report on 150 places to make income at home that with no boss and no no cost. So no cost and no boss. And I'll send you that too, because that's what's happening. I think we all have to. I mean, the goal is not to live on grants. Grants are just to get you out of a jam somehow, or help you do that. The goal is for you to create income somewhere, contributing to society, where society will give you income because you're appreciated, and do that. And that's the goal, and that's why. So you either do that with a job, starting a business, or see that there's this other thing in the middle, that's really being called now. It used to be called freelancing. Now it's called the gig economy. But, and that now will grow even more because everyone's used to working at home. So even big companies used to have a lot of employees are going to let people work at home now. And so that's why, whether it's part-time, full-time, or whatever, and just as a contractor. So it becomes easier for an employee, for a business to hire you as a contractor than it is to live with you as an employee. And so that's those kinds of things. And you have more freedom that way too. Okay, let me look at some of this. The ATV grant. Man, I still don't know what ATV means, but that's a grant in, is that recreational vehicle? Is that what that is? So it's a recreational grant? That's cool. I gotta have to find out about that. Is that, I thought you want property, Lynn. Did I misunderstand what you wanted? Is that a grant to buy a recreational vehicle like that? One of those. Yeah, I guess I missed that. See, any help for unemployed person who can't find work while COVID is going on? Steve, I hope you applied for the unemployment, because that is so different now. It's not your father's unemployment. It's all, it's much different. You could be a freelancer. You could even be just a caretaker. You could be a student, and get this unemployment stuff now. And this is the pandemic unemployment. It's not traditional unemployment. And a lot of states now have two different things you have to apply for. So the one that's very liberal is the pandemic unemployment, and that's again what like the $300 that the White House is talking about. And there's a half a dozen states giving that out now. So if you want to know more about that, in the discussion, say you want to know more about the pandemic. I did a video on it that'll be there, but the videos are a little hard to find in the group or on YouTube. I put the videos on YouTube without the links, so you may want to look there. But I just did that about the last 3 or 4 days as a video, but I'll send you that. So in the discussion, tell me that. South Florida grants for land and buildings. Yes, Ronald, okay. I'll send you a whole, I'll give you even, I think I have a report even on that for all the programs in South Florida. I don't have them for everywhere. I did a lot of those in the last couple of years. I don't do them anymore. And so if I have one around, I will send you that. Plus, I'll send you all the reports that train you how to find those programs locally yourself. And that's what's there. I know what to do. You know what to do, Lynn. So you're all set? Do you need me to send you? Please call me. That's somebody else, I guess. Yeah, I used to do phone, but I don't do phone anymore. It's a time thing. And that's why now with the group, that was before I did the group. Now everything I do is on the group. Land and real estate, Wisconsin, same thing, Dante. Tell me that you want land and real estate in Wisconsin. I'll give you reports. And tell me where in Wisconsin. I went to school in Milwaukee. You guys are in the news now, too. But you knew that. Right? And that's it. I know what to do. I know what to do. Dante. Okay, who we have here? Shamika created my business, EIN, in Michigan. Moved to South Florida 2 years. Which grant should I apply for? And do I need to change location? If so, where? Well, I mean, I would make sure your EIN number has your local address. Yeah. So make sure your EIN has the new address. And I think so. And it's not going to know for sure. Oh, actually, there is a. Are you a minority, Shamika? Because I just did a video and it's in YouTube here. I'm not YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube, but I also put it by tomorrow, by 9 o'clock tomorrow. But it's right here in the group. Facebook has a minority business grant. It's $4,000, and the last day to apply is tomorrow. And you have to be in business for a year, so you've been 2 years, so that's good enough. But if you just Google Facebook, Black Business Grant, and you'll find it there. If you're black, if you're not, then it's not for you. But I'll send you a whole list of those grants, and also I'll send you and do a discussion, requesting that from me, and what, always state what state you're in, because that's important for me to know what state you're in, because a lot of these things I do are by state. And if you tell me what kind of business, that would help a little bit, because some of these businesses could be good for getting government contracts too. And a government contract to me is much better than a government grant, because there you could do it forever. Maybe you heard the story of my sister who did $1 million out of her garage framing pictures for the government and then awards and stuff like that. A nice little business doing that for many years. And that's why, see, to me, a contract is better than a grant, because a contract is a grant you only usually get once, and that's it. So you're going to spend all this time learning how to get a grant, right? And maybe you get it, maybe you don't, and then who knows if you're going to get another one or not. And you're not in business to learn how to get a grant. You're in business to try to provide a good or service to somebody, correct? So that's why a contract is selling your goods and services. So that's why if you get a $50,000 contract for your business, that's a hell of a lot better to me than a $50,000 grant, because now you learn $50,000. The next time that thing will be $100,000, and so on and so on. That's something you can grow, and it's sustainable. A grant, you learn that process, okay, and there may be others, and you take advantage of them. But it's not a sustainable part of business. Please send that to me about the land. Okay, Julius, do a discussion. And put that in. Tell me what state you're in too. So if I have anything for that state, I'll put that in there too. I'm looking into getting them a contract. Okay, yes, there's a place that would recommend that I can use. Yes, there are free places, free consultants that help you get government contracts. You don't have to hire anybody. You don't have to pay anybody. Don't go onto Google, because there's plenty of free people. What the government does, and it's really for small business, to make sure that, it's sort of like the PPP. Remember that PPP money came out, a couple $100 million they're giving out in the first, 4 or 5 days. It was all gone because all the big companies figured out and took care of it all. So same with the government contracts do that. So what the government has done is give grants to experts in government contracting to help people help small businesses get government contracts and be competitive. So that's it. I'll show you how to find those people, where they are, and things like that. And there's plenty of free help. See, and if you don't know that, you'll go to Google and you'll search, I want to get a government contract, and then you're going to get people like me who want to sell you something. And you don't have to do that. Please, can you send me the link, Mr. Lesko? Please, I'm strapped here in West Volusia. Don't know where that is. What link, Lorraine? I'm not sure what link, but if it's to get income, emergency cash, and extra income, just mention that. Start a discussion, on the the Facebook group, and that. Since I've gotten over this COVID 40 odd days or more ago, it's been a struggle. Wow, yeah. Okay, yeah, and that's good in the discussion. Put the city and town, particularly the state, at least, and the city maybe will help. It depends on what you're looking, what kind of help. But if it's just for money, hurting for money here, and I'm going to give you a lot of stuff that you're going to have to follow up on. There's going to be no one button that you could push and it'll be all there. There'll be no one list that you just fill out these 5 forms and you get everything. It's going to take work. It's going to take work on your side, following up on people, talking to people, and here is the most important thing about this. Can you see my discussion here? Relying on the rain. Oh, replying to the rain. Oh, okay, sorry. Here's what the hell was I going to say? Oh, here's what's important. When you contact somebody for help, you want to see about how to apply to their grant, or if they have a grant or something, and if and when they say no, then that's an important time. This is where you have to go into Power Drive and say, hey, well, who do you think would have something like this? That is the most important thing you have to remember in doing research, is that you're going to ask people for extra help on where they think you should go to do it, because they're in the business of giving money to people who are in financial trouble or whatever. So if they don't have it, they go to conferences, they hang around, they read a lot of stuff. That's their life, thinking about this stuff. So they are more likely to know of other sources to help you than even I would, who studies this all the time because I study a million other things. But they're in Florida, where you are, or whatever you are doing and calling, that they would know somebody locally that makes sense. You see the discussion. We appreciate you dropping the knowledge. Oh, thank you, Ronald. Getting grants is work and time. You still have to see if you are a lucky winner. Yes. I was wondering if there are any help out there for someone that has to have a major surgery and will be out of work for 4 months. Yes. I just put together, Jen Potter. Let me send you this list. Put this in a discussion. I mean, there is so many things, and it's really mostly, it's not government, it's foundations, it's non-profits and stuff like that. There's dozens and dozens, even organized by type of ailment you have with it. It's cancer maybe or something. I mean, they have thousands and thousands of different things. That you have the association of this, the association of that raises money to help people with that condition. So Chuck Sumer calls for another $10,000 EIDL grant for next round of stimulus. Yes, they all actually the next round, that's already in there, but that's in the Democrats, the House side. We're waiting for the Republicans on the Senate side to get together. And I don't know if they'll do it next week or not, or they're going to wait till after the holiday, which is another week. But this is just terrible. But you should know about the extra $300 a week. Now that $300 a week, this is what the president talked about 2-3 weeks ago. Anyone in PA wanted to work with me on things, PM me, I guess private messenger. Thank you, Lynn. And hey, if you guys find something, share it with everybody so I can let people know about that. Because look, you're doing work that maybe I should do, but I'll never get around to it. And when you find something, please share it so other people can take advantage of that too. What was I saying before that? Wait till you get old, man. You'll see things ain't the same. Oh God, a thing come into my head, and I know the. Also add. Oh yeah, the from the White House, about 2-3 weeks ago, the extra $300 a week for unemployment. There are 5 or 6 states that are up and going and sending it out already. There's about 23 states that are getting ready. Some of these states is going to take a month and a half to get it out, so to get it out the door. And here's the kicker: they think they only have about 3 weeks worth. So that's why we got to get the House and the Senate together on something, because otherwise, the most you could look for is 3 weeks worth of $300 a week. And who the hell knows when is that, if it's all the states or not, or who, all that kind of stuff. It's up in the air. So it looks like, because they're using money at FEMA, and it's the same money that has to go to the fire people. All the people, it's emergency money, see? And so that's why he was able to take that and put it into this COVID thing. But then the money for the fire emergencies and the hurricanes and all that kind of stuff. And that season is here now. So that's why it's going to be... these people don't think through problems very much yet. And sort of it's like a fire, then ready aim. Instead of ready aim fire, they're sort of fire. And then they think about aiming and ready. Business Act, I see. That's the Democrat Senate version of the CARES or whatever they call this new one act. Is that well? Good for you, Ronald. Mark in Arkansas. Do not forget the LISC starts the application process tomorrow. Okay. Tell us, Mark, what's the LISC? I gotta go. I'll see if Mark can. Mark, can you tell us what the LISC is? Marky, what's the LISC? Somebody else then too. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Well, you guys like old Washington, old hands using all that jargon, huh? Oh, LISC Business Grant. Local Initiative Support Corporation. The Local Initiative Support Corporation, known as LISC, is one of the country's largest social enterprises supporting projects and programs to revitalize LIS, Small Business Relief. Oh yes, I wrote that up. Good, thanks for reminding me. That's that was I think about 2 days ago I wrote that up. Good, thank you, Mark. So I mean I just put LISC grant application round 5, right? Register now, right? And it's by the end. Yeah, August 31st. You're right. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, boy. Lynn, yes. Jen, sorry, I'm in Minnesota, if that matters. Well, it doesn't, tell me where you are, because I'm going to send you a list. You're the one who needed for healthcare. I'll send you something for Minnesota and then for general. That's right. It's best to always put in your city and state. Realtors do not return calls when I tell them I'm funding. See? That's why you got to go to the horse's mouth giving out the money. Because, see, they're going to make a commission on it. The government doesn't sue it. That's why in Google you get all people want to get money from you. But you're finding you want to get money, people who give you money. Hello, Viola. Thank you for being here. Joanne Frolic. Oh, I had a teacher in college, Froelich. In Milwaukee. I went to Marquette. Can you send me the link? Lorraine, I'm not sure what link, but tell me what link and put in the discussion. And tomorrow I'll get all your things to everybody. I'm only behind about 4 or 5 questions that I worked on today. I have left to do. So I should be able to get my... No, I don't email. I do it in the discussions, Ronald, and we do it that way. That's why... email would be. I never find it. Amy Bailey, hi Matthew, can you help me find money to fix the house repairs? I need $40,000. We have very bad credit. Once we fix the house, we could apply for proceeds to live mortgage-free in a better situation. I applied for the business SSP, but my self-employment losses money and lost more this year They don't help with losses, even if COVID made them worse. Now, Amy, did you apply for any of the SBA, the EIDL? Well, that's now 1% interest loan. They don't have the grants. They may, if they get together up on the hill, they may do that again. Because you should look for business money too, no matter where you are. And I'll send you how to look for it locally, because it, you know, and what I'm trying to do is teach people how to search Google to find the stuff where you live. And for fix-up money, I'll send you a report that shows you step by step how to find all the grant money that's available where you live for fixing up homes. Okay, Stephanie, do you have to have your license for a year? Don't worry about what you have to have. Just apply. And the Black Business Grant, go now. Yeah, and fill out the form. Just don't lie and see what happens. I mean, see, you could say yes and no to anything, and we're all guessing. And now with COVID, the rules are out the window. There may be rules, and you may not be eligible, but we're guessing, and that's why it doesn't take long to apply for these things. So if it takes you 20 minutes, what the hell? Yeah, and just go and apply. Yeah, because that way you'll learn, more than talking to somebody who's not filling out the application. Unless you're talking to the person giving out the money, that's the only place, that you should trust. Anybody else is really guessing. You think they know, they think they know, but in theory, you can't trust them. Things change too fast, and nowadays things are put up so quickly, nobody knows what the hell is going on. I am looking at getting in government contracts. Is there a place I recommend? Yes. I'll send it to you, Jennifer. Send me a thing on private security industry. Yeah, no, definitely. And these are people. There's even grant money to help you get a contract. And they have that. But again, in looking, you're looking for help for a business. Don't say you want money. Just say you need help. That's the important thing. And then just start listening if there's potential for money. I got 32 loan for a week before I lost my job to a Vivid. Now I've been left holding the bag. So now I have rent, the loan, and credit card debt to deal with. I live in VA in the, okay, let me send you some free places for help. Don't try to figure this out yourself, because there's a lot of things maybe somebody could do easily that knows the system, and then you not worrying, but work with somebody who's not making money from you. And that's what I'll send you. Organizations that are nonprofit, that get grants to help you in situations like that, okay? And again, put in what state you're in. Not like the state of confusion, but Virginia or whatever. Been in touch with Rose, good, over this grant. I need to speak with you, Matthew. Okay, send me a discussion thing, and we'll do that. I wish I knew what joke you're. Contact me through discussion, Lynn, and I'll try to answer best I can there. You announced it the other day. Okay. Yeah, that's from that LISC. Good. Dante, Timberland, Woodbury, both. I'm in Milwaukee. Okay, Milwaukee, yes. Went to school there, Marquette, flunked out almost. I was on and off probation every semester. Can't seem to find rental assistance. It's hard, but send me, in the discussion. I'll send you sources, to check, and how to use your computer and Google to check to make sure. Because these things are, what happens is the money comes up to help people with rent, and it disappears in a week, 2-3 weeks. So that's why I want to also show you how to get on starting an alert system, so you know if any. And then other places outside the country, there's so many places to keep checking to see. And what happens is you keep checking, and then you get lucky. And then when you get lucky and get something, you look like a genius. And everybody else wants to know how you did it. It really is. You just put a lot of work and got lucky. Thank you so much. You are truly a blessing to myself and so many. Well, thank you for saying that, Jennifer. Yeah, well, you let me know how I can help. That's all I want to be here for. I need help for home repairs also. The furnace went out. There's a leak. Need a new window. Yes, okay. I'll show you where all together. In Washington State. What? Well, who do you want it? Tell me what state you want it. You need the work done in. That's what I need to know when you ask to record. Hey, Austin, Texas. Oh, the funky city. Yeah, cool city. I've been down there, South by Southwest a couple of times. That's what was denied the SBA loan grant for business. The IRS does not consider my self-employment that is funded with a state contract to be a business because it is a caregiver and it will always have been a loss, so no tax return. So in other words, you did not get the IRS grant, or is that something? I know, not a good contract. The losses last year, paying myself a $50 loss, $40 loss per contract requirement. Okay, I'm a little confused. What is that? The SBA didn't give you money? I could maybe understand that. The IRS not giving you that $1,200, doesn't matter if you make money or lose money. But if you were a bad business person, and that, I don't know, if you know, what I would do, Amy, is call your elected official and have them investigate with SBA, or you could do that too. You know, appeal it and go through and see what that happens. But your elected official may be easier for them. Oh, Amanda, seen you around here. Can use a hardship program to buy a house if a family member died or COVID and left. Well, there's just too many programs to say. What to do is you start looking, and what I would do is there are a couple of nonprofits that help people get housing. So that's why so many of these programs are local in nature. So if we were only dealing with federal programs that are the same in every state, then it would be easier to do. But you got, what, 50,000 cities and counties and everything. Everybody's got their own program. So I'll show you where to start. And that's what you got to be like an investigator, like, you know, private eye, you know, and you keep contacting, and then they give you somebody else. And that to me is the only way to get out. Otherwise, you're just going to do one or two things, and you won't get anything, and you'll give up. And they're giving out gazillions, trillions, $2-3 trillion, you know, like a third or more of our whole government benefit goes out to people, you know. So it's out there. I have searched high and low in North Carolina, and they are slim to help. Okay, well, good. Well, let me send you some stuff, Teresa, that may help, and tell me what kind of thing it is, because maybe I could brainstorm other kind of ways. In other words, is it just to pay bills? Is it just income or whatever? Oh, housing repairs, that's what it is. Oh, okay. Need rental assistance. Okay, I lost my business with COVID. Well, have you applied for the unemployment too? Should check on that. And also, let me send you the report on the 150 ways to earn income at home with no boss and no cost. Okay. I don't know why my voice is getting soft. I feel. My voice feels tired. I haven't been talking all day, just to you guys, but I'm working hard all day. You know, besides, I guess I did a bunch of videos earlier today. Well, listen, I like doing this. I hope this helps with somebody, because that means now you could do a discussion and you know what to ask me, and you have a little feeling of what I'll probably send back and know better how to handle that. So this seems good. Let me know what you thought, okay, about this, because I need your feedback. I want to do this so much. I want to help as many people as I possibly can. And when I keep doing this, I hope I have 15 more years in me to do this. And the only reason I'm here is to give you anything I know that could possibly help you. I can't wait to do that more. So let me know if this is crazy or stupid or whatever. Okay. Yes, the SBA would not approve the contract. If that's a contract, as self-employed, because it's a lot. Was it an SBA loan? I wrote to someone and got someone in D.C. and Maine interested in the loophole that causes this loss. It will be hopefully help someone. Oh, very good. Well, you keep us informed, Amy, or start a new discussion. If you think I can help you something or point you. But in the meantime, I'd like to finish the repair. Okay, that's a house. That sounds something else. A house, right? House or SBA. Yeah, they sound like two different things. And just, if I screw up or don't help, just ask again, please. Because sometimes I do too many things, and like the kids knew, oh, Daddy, don't ask Daddy now, or something like that. Just ask him. I'm a grown-up, and yell at me if I forget something. I don't mind, because the important thing is that I could help you. And if I have a chance to help you, I don't want that chance to go away. So talk to you soon. I gotta go rest my throat or something. Maybe I'm hungry. Thanks for putting up with me tonight.